Lineke Lijn, and today we're drawing the horse in action. So let's go. Here I have my picture of the horse and I've simplified it. And what you see here is what I first want to do is to draw the basic lines, my little helper lines. And first I take the bottom line. That's where the horse is on the ground and moving. Second, I take the back line. That's where the spine of the horse is. And what I then do is I draw a vertical line from the top of the horse to the ground. These are my basic lines. And to demonstrate this, I draw the same lines on the picture. And this is purely for myself to figure out the horse. This is the belly line, also important, and the shoulder line. Same happens in the picture. I draw these out just to make sure for myself what is going where. In 1/3 and 2/3 I see there's the line for the buttock, the hind of the horse, and I also draw this in the picture I made, a little drawing. And what I keep in the back of my head is a little triangle I'm starting to see. When the horse is standing still, it would be a square. But when a horse is moving, you can see in the movement lines there's some kind of triangle. Also, I take out the way the neck of the horse is going. You see the rounding of the belly already, the rounding of the back of the horse, and what's also important is in this picture the nose is in the middle of the back of the line and the belly line. What also stands out is that the eye is on the line where the back is going. In studying the horse, I have a lot of books in the cupboard, and what I was seeing is when a horse is moving, the body kind of stays in place. It's going up and down a little, but the legs are moving around and around. This is the extended lope, for instance. The legs are going all the way, but the head kind of keeps still, and the body also. I've just taken this horse as an example which I wanted to draw. So we are going to draw the horse by the lines we've drawn already. Taking the bottom line, the back line, and I divide these in two. I also take the vertical line and the line for the shoulder. Take 1/3, 2/3, and here I position a square where the horse will be, the body of the horse. I decide where the neck is going, I keep in mind the triangle, and now I can start with the first outer line of the horse, the neck, the back, and the bottom. Buttock, I think you call it. The thigh of the horse and the belly line. So now I position from the vertical line. I can see already where the right leg is going. It's a bit out of the vertical line and from that right leg I can see the breast part. Here I see the shoulder. I've already taken in the shoulder line, and from that shoulder there will be the left leg coming out, the outer leg. From the shoulder I take out the lower neckline, and from the lower neckline there is the jaw of the horse. I circle 3 circles, and to decide where the tip of the nose is, it's in the middle of the back line and the belly line. Now I place in little by little the horse's head from those 3 circles. The eye was, as we saw already in our study, on the line of the back, and I keep in mind in the left bottom of upper left there's my picture of the horse, and I can position the ears, and I keep constantly in my eye picture which I took from the internet, just a horse in black and white, and now I can study it and place all the little details for the head of the horse. The ears are always a bit tricky, and the lower neckline is in the middle of the bow. The shoulder comes around, and from that left shoulder, the outer shoulder, comes the outer leg. Here we see the elbow, the upper arm, and the knee. When I'm happy with a line, I take it out a little darker. I press on my pencil a bit harder. So the lines I'm happy with, I definite it. Here are the muscles and the loin of the horse. It's also a tricky part. The loin goes into the belly. The belly goes into the bow. Here's a round muscle, a thick muscle, and this is where the horse tends to place himself and give gas, takes off. Here's the hock. This is a the leg is kind of twisted, and he's pushing himself away from his right hind leg, and the hoof I cannot really see. So in my picture I will not really draw it. Here we are on the left hind leg. It's making a nice line to the hock of the horse, and I keep watching the picture in the left corner. It's going straight to the ground where the horse is pushing himself up from. I follow the line, take out a little bit of the muscle, and then go into the knee of the hind leg. You can see a little bit of the tendons. And now we have the horse going around. I go over the whole picture now, trying to get a feel of the mane of the horse. The hairs are going in the wind, and I want want to give them some wild lines, to give them some action like. So what I do then is I place sharp, hard lines and really soft lines. And by differ the lines you make, it gives it a bit of action. There's a big muscle going on here, and the mane are coming out of the neck. Also muscles coming towards you on the shoulder party, and the manes must go like wild. Now and then I also take out a little bit of the top mane and take out some of the shoulder, that what I want to come up front. The tail must be quite as wild as the mane are, the mane of the horse. And also here I take in sharp lines, hard lines, soft lines. I draw from right to left, from left to right, to give the lines action. So the lines you're drawing should be as lively as you draw them, as like the wind is going through. And again, the lines I'm happy with, I take in a bit darker. Here I take the loins, and by rounding, I can round the body by taking in soft lines and harsh lines. What I want to do here is I want to make some socks on the horse. So I put in a little bit of dark area, take out the line of the hoof, and a little bit of shadow in the bullet bone, I think you call it. And when you put some shadow on the below of the belly or on the lower neck area and the nose, you tend to lift up the horse a little bit from the paper. It is a sketch, so I will not be working it out really far, but I want to make my sketching a bit lively. So here and there I put in some more harsh lines, taking a little bit of shadow just to lift the horse off the paper. While I'm doing this, I constantly watch the picture in the left upper corner. Remember, when drawing, 80% is watching and only 20% is actually drawing. So when you're drawing, keep watching at your example. What I'm doing here is the outer legs, like here the left front leg, I take it out a bit darker. I also want to put in a little detail by making a white foot, a white sock, and take out the hoof a little bit darker. So now it looks like the horse has two white socks. It's just a funny detail. Here I'm putting an example. Guess the horse was running a little bit harder. And the same leg, or even the right leg, could be somewhere different. It doesn't really matter where you place the legs, because they could be there also. The horse is moving constantly, so it's just a suggestion. Here I put in a little bit of shadow again to make the outer leg, the outer hind leg, look a little bit farther away. And here I put in some dust and some action, so it seems like the horse is really moving around. Here is where the sun comes from up. And here is where the sun is not so really into it. Because I really cannot see the hind legs, the hooves, really good, I also want to keep them away from this sketching. So what I'm doing now, I've taken a cloth, I take my pencil and put in some dirt and some moving ground to make it look like the horse is really extending. It's going away, and you can fade this out with the cloth, and you can take an eraser, for example, and take some parts, make them lift up a little bit, like there's really like some dust is moving around while the horse is speeding away. I'm taking out the example legs, and I'm also taking out now my little helper lines. The lines where we started from and what made this horse possible to draw. Because you really, especially if you are a beginner at drawing, you really need the little helping lines. They help you with to measure where a leg is going to be, where the neck is going to be. So you really need those helping lines to get you started. As you draw along, you can take out some more dark areas if you want. A picture is never finished, and at some point you will have to stop because, well, it's just a mere sketching. It's a study, and you can always take a cloth, as I'm doing here, to make the little parts move a little bit more, or to refine your lines if you want, but never go around and brush everything out. Just take out little parts, move the dust away, and well, here I want to give some more detail on the head of the horse. Give it a bit of character. In drawing a horse's head, there's a lot of muscle going on. In a horse's head there are many muscles, and I will be doing another video on how to draw a horse's head anatomically, because, well, that's a different chapter. In drawing a horse's head, there are so many things to do. I will get back to that later. For this lesson I'm signing up. I really love doing it, and I hope you enjoyed this video and learning a lot of it. Please let me know in the remarks. Hey, what's my cat doing here? Well, okay, I'm going back to the horse now. I hope you enjoyed the drawing, and I wish you very much luck with it. I'm off to ride again. See you on the next movie. Bye bye.